Okay, so just before the break, we talked about the impact that the heat can have on our loved ones. Here on Delmarva, though, we know that in addition to summer scorchers, there's also the possibility of severe thunderstorms.
Yeah, we want to remind you that our friends at State Farm Insurance have some preparedness tips for you. Now, you want to make sure you have drinking water in non-breakable containers, have plenty of non-perishable food and utensils on hand, such as a can opener. You also want to make sure you have a first aid kit, including necessary prescription medications, as well as a cell phone with charger.
Keep a portable radio and flashlight nearby, including replacement batteries. You'll also want blankets, sleeping bags, and extra clothes, pet supplies if necessary, and of course your insurance policy numbers just in case you need them. But after the sky clears and cleanup begins, do not let your guard down. Shady contractors often travel from state to state looking for vulnerable homeowners in desperate need of repair help. In today's Angie's List report, how to steer clear of storm-chasing contractors.
Toppled trees, scattered shingles, broken windows. You see the damage left behind by severe weather and feel overwhelmed. Storm-chasing scammers see that damage and feel hopeful. It's an opportunity to swindle you. While many companies responding to help with storm cleanup and repairs have good intentions and do good work, Angie's List warns you to be on alert.
It's a lot of times it's whether they've taken money and didn't do the work, they did shoddy work, or they're not standing behind it after the work is done.
Angie's List cautions that unscrupulous contractors swoop into storm-damaged neighborhoods within days of severe weather, going door to door.
When it comes to storm season, the worst stories that we hear about are times when someone who's had storm damage gets taken advantage of by a contractor. So it's important to understand who you're working with, and you don't want to make the situation worse. So once you've had a problem, had a storm come through, have tree damage, make sure you assess it and do the same research you would when you're hiring a company under any circumstances.
So how do you recognize these crooked contractors?
Watch for whether the company's local, whether they have marked trucks and vehicles, have a local phone number. Because a lot of these projects you're having done, roofing for example, is something that you need to last a long time. Might come with a warranty as well. So you want a company who's going to stand behind that work.
These contractors often try to strong-arm homeowners into signing a contract on the spot for a discount. Angie's List says a deal today should be a deal tomorrow. Another red flag, companies that demand full payment up front.
So obviously it's important to understand what your insurance policy covers before a storm hits. Angie's List advises avoid those who insist on pay me now. It's a big red flag. Most reputable roofers will not take payment until the job's complete. Avoid a company that offers to pay or help with your deductible. As a matter of fact, some states deductible help is considered insurance fraud, and you want to get written estimates. Angie's List suggests at least 3. In the estimate, you'll want the company to cover price, materials, and a timeline for completing the job.
Well, speaking of jobs, plenty of women have full-time work, but yet they only make a percentage of what their male counterparts make. Up next on Delmarva Life, some cities are trying to close that pay disparity. We'll share the top 3 paying cities for women in the workforce.
Well, maybe you would rather start your own business. Getting started can be tough, but there is support for help. We're going to meet 2 women who are helping entrepreneurs make their dreams come true.
We're also getting some advice when it comes to being successful. Whether you have a business or not, find out the 7 things successful people do before breakfast.
But first, you know Delmarva Life's all about community, and that includes your community.
Is there something going on in your neighborhood? Well, we would love to hear about it and see your photos from the event. Send the information our way along with any pictures you'd like to share.
You can reach us at comments@delmarvalife.com or like us on Facebook. Share the information there. Delmarva Life will be right back.